Hello, 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 everyone. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I don't see anyone here yet, so we will wait to see who's showing up. But if you are new here, I am Pam, and what I do is talk about fragrance, a little bit of luxury beauty as well. And I felt like coming on here and sharing my birthday haul part two. So we'll wait to see if anybody pops up. I know it's Sunday afternoon, so a lot of people are probably eating dinner or hanging out or at the movies or whatnot, because it is spring break for some people. So let's see how it goes. So I have tried going live on Instagram and YouTube simultaneously. Hey Pat, hey JC, thanks for joining. Thank you, JC. Thank you. My birthday was Friday, and it was nice. It was nice and quiet and peaceful. So nothing like crazy. You know what I mean? Just chilling basically. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? Hi, Courtney. Your birthday was yesterday? Well, happy birthday, JC. Today is my brother's birthday, but he is not on social media or anything like that. And he's in the Caribbean. He lives overseas. So we got a lot of March in my family. So happy birthday to my brother. He is at, he's in Trinidad. So we got a lot of marches. I have two brothers and two sons and three aunts. I believe it's three aunts whose birthday is in March. How's the sound going, guys? I am actually trying to record and actually also not just record on here, but also utilize a new mic. Is it coming through okay for you guys? Oh, happy birthday to your mom. Thank you, JC. I really appreciate it. I really do. I can't tell you enough how much I do. I really do appreciate it. Happy birthday to your mom, Pat. Thank you. Thank you. I am using a new mic. Not a, I normally use a lavalier, but I'm not using that today, and I'm not using the mic for the camera that I'm using. I'm trying something different. I'm still working with my lighting, so I look sort of washed out on one side, but I am going to remain positive and not negative. I bought a iPad. It's like an iPad stand because I was gonna film earlier today with my iPad and it kept falling. So it's just kind of sitting on the stand right now. And it's too late for me to take it back because I finally remembered that I actually purchased that item and I need to use it. So let's see here. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Gat. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad it is working. She says the mic sounds good. So I have just a few more items that I purchased. I also have a PR unboxing. Well, it's not really PR. They sent it to me to see if I'm gonna like it. So it's sort of a first impression. So if I'm done with all my stuff that I purchased for my birthday, then I will bring that in and we will chat about that. Okay, so I talked a little bit to you guys about some of the things that I purchased, but I had some more and let's see how many people are in the room. We've got 8 people in the room. We can wait just a little longer. Hey guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you don't mind also sharing this with your friends and family who are into fragrance like we are. I'm putting this on mute over here. So in case y'all haven't noticed, your girl got done up today. I was trying a hack. There is a young lady that I follow. There's a young lady that I follow on we follow each other on Instagram, and she sent me this thing where you put the lash at the bottom, you squint like this, and then the lash like comes up on the top lash, right? Let me tell you something. The amount of glue I done got in my eye today. I said, let me just go ahead and I had to take off my makeup. I had to redo it. I'm like, I am not. It's a TikTok hack. Okay. It's a TikTok hack. And so your girl was not hacking properly. So yeah, that's how that went. Oh gosh. All right, so let's see. We got one less person in the room. So instead of us going up in numbers, we're going down. So let's go ahead and share this to let people know that I'm on here. I know the last time I went live, a lot of people, Geralda missed, quite a few people missed it, but it is a Sunday afternoon. So let's talk about some of the things that I picked up. So the first one I want to talk about. Are you guys ready? Oh. What are y'all wearing? I want to see what are y'all wearing today? I want to know because I'm nosy. Okay, I want to know what you're wearing. I am currently wearing, because I just tried to do a dual taping as well as taping on TikTok as well as taping on StreamYard, and that's going kind of berserk. So, hey Jessica, thank you for joining. I want to know what you guys are wearing today. What's your fragrance of the day or fragrance of the evening, depending upon where you're at? Because I know some of you are overseas. Si Passion by Giorgio Armani. That's a nice one. That is not one I have in my collection. But that's a decent one. Yeah. Let's see who else looking to see. What are you guys wearing? What's your scent of the day or scent of the evening, depending upon where you're located? If you're on the East Coast, like some of you guys, it's what, 7 o'clock there? Note Vanille. Okay. Now that is Note Vanille. Note Vanille. That is not by Van Cleef and Arpels. That is by Micallef. That's right, Micallef. See, I'm checking. Ah, yes, Micallef, Jessica. So I'm also live on Facebook. So you'll see me like darting my head across here. Let me see if I put my phone over here. That might help. There we go. Ooh, there we go. So I'm also live on Facebook. I am trying to multitask. As a content creator, making a set of content for Instagram, a set of content for TikTok, a set of content, it can get a little stressful. Okay, on Instagram, on Face. Let me see if I can make this bigger because y'all see my belly. On Facebook, they see my tummy. We don't want all of that. You ain't need to see all of that. Let's tilt y'all. Okay. Okay, I can suck it in. Hi, oh my gosh. Hello, beautiful. It's been a while. You wore Delina today. Nice, nice. Have you tried Valleja yet? It is actually pretty good, guys. Valleja is actually pretty good. It's getting mixed reviews, but I think that it is pretty good. So I'm moving the Facebook Live around. There we go. So now I can see. I dropped my Afro pick because y'all have been trying to wear my hair out. And I honestly do not like pollen because I get really stuffy. Pollen gets in my hair, so I cover my hair a lot. Anyways, let's see. Who else? Let's see what else. Let's see. So we've got Micallef's Note Vanille. We've got Delina. And who else? De Paris Fleury. Who is that? Who is this by? This sounds like something you picked up when you were in Paris, Pat. Am I correct? And we've got Si Passion by Gat. Okay. Today, right now, I just kind of sort of try to film, but I am wearing Kay Ali's new fragrance. This is Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. And I bought a 10 mil of this. I was going to buy 100 mil, but I decided to purchase a 10 mil. That's why I'm dressed in this color. You're seeing it better on Facebook, the green that I'm wearing. But I actually purchased this because I felt this was, in my opinion, should I say what I want to say what I thought. But have you guys smelled this yet? Please let me know if y'all tried it, if you liked it, loved it, or did not like it so much. I gotta know. The streets are talking. The streets are talking about Kayali's new fragrance. I gotta hear what you guys think before I say anything. Come on now. Oh, you haven't tried it yet, Teresa. Okay. So I have been not wearing. I love pistachio almond ice cream. I have been talking, not I've been talking, but my friends know this. So I've been actually trolling Kayali and Mona before they even released this fragrance. And I was just really hyped up about this fragrance. This is what I wanted to talk about because I really wanted to buy this fragrance. I wanted it in 100 mil because with the presentation and everything, I was just for sure, 100%, 100%, I was for sure I was going to love this fragrance. So I didn't get PR because I'm not on Kayali's PR team. So if you guys are on Kayali's PR team, hook a sister up. Anyways, I'm not on their PR team. So I bought this with my own coins, okay? So I actually went to the Sephora. How I know that I wanted 100 mil is like I called around to see who had 100 mils in their store. Anyways, stalked Kayali and whatnot. I'm anticipating this fragrance. I decided I was not going to watch anybody else's videos. I promise you. I said I'm not watching nobody. I didn't watch nobody's videos. I think the only video that, and it's not even a video, it was like a long video, it was a short. It was Fumi. And I saw Keitra put some stuff up and whatnot, but I knew that I did not want to watch a full-fledged video. So I did not watch a full-fledged video until I got my nose on this fragrance. So long story short, I actually love pistachio. That's my favorite ice cream. It's pistachio almond ice cream. I've been eating that since I worked at 163rd Street Mall when I was 18 years old. I had just come up to the States and I got a job working in the mall, and I've been eating that ice cream. That's my favorite ice cream. Okay. So I had high anticipation for this fragrance. I promise you I did. And I went and I sprayed it. And then I was kind of like, well, actually I had sprayed it here in the store. And I'm like, I don't get nutty. I don't get pistachio. I don't, and I'm trying to envision, I'm trying to get my olfactive senses going. It's not an anosmic to it. There's another thing. There's another, actually, let me pull it up for you. There's another terminology that I use when it comes to fragrances because it's not photorealistic, meaning that what you see is what you smell. What you envision is what you smell. And initially, that is what I thought that this fragrance was going to be. I thought it was going to be photorealistic. Hence the reason I was totally looking to purchase 800 mil. So it is actually more, it's not anosmic. It's more, oh my God, it's called parosmic. Okay. And that's the response. It's kind of like what my head is envisioning is what goes through my nose. And then, it's kind of like when you're getting a purge when you're little, you imagine it's going to taste yucky, like castor oil or something. You imagine it's going to taste yucky. So therefore it is yucky. You know what I'm saying? So it's the symptoms in your head, right? Your neurons in your head is getting you to start thinking that that's what it's going to smell like. So I built this fragrance up to smell a certain way. I was paranosmic. That's what I was doing. Photorealistic. That's what I was doing. Because if you look at all the, it looked good. I was doing this. My mandible, everything. This gonna be yummy. Hi, Mighty. Right. Even so, and I have to disagree. So let me pull up Teresa's. So this is what a lot of people are saying, that it's more of a gelato ice cream scent with florals. Initial spray, I promise you, this is just Pam. Now my body different. My body is different. I've been eating gelato, traveling overseas and things of that nature. We've been eating Italian ice cream for a long time. A long time. I did not get that initially. And I would be hard pressed to say that the ice cream type of vibe, I didn't get that up until, and I wouldn't even say I get that. What I get is more of a hard, semi sweet type, like a fondant, when you make cake, not the really, really sweet. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. And it's not fluffy, it's more chalky. It is not oily. It is not, the florals are there, but for the amount of spices and the cardamom and all the amount of spices in it and the way it was promoted, that's what I was anticipating, guys. I was anticipating more of the pistachio type nuttiness. Now, if you think green pistachios were sort of slightly bitter, that is probably, like if the pistachios aren't completely, ready for you to eat, maybe you might get a little bit of this in there, but that's not what I was getting. Now, is it a pretty fragrance? Yes, it actually is. But for me, again, photorealistic, paranosmic, that's what I created in my head what it was going to be like. And so that's where it was a downfall for me. Not only that, but when I first sprayed it on my skin, I sprayed it on my skin, and then I was getting sort of like a doughy flour type vibe with it. And so what I did is I waited, and then when I got back to work, because I did my lunch hour, when I got back to work, maybe about an hour later, I started sniffing and I was like, what is this that I'm smelling? What is this that I'm smelling? And what it was actually this fragrance, not the fragrance I already had on my body here. But as I moved my hand around, it was giving me that vibe. I was smelling this fragrance. I was smelling Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. That's what I was smelling. So it's not bad. And then I would say that after about maybe close to the 3 hour mark, this is where I sprayed it, and I hadn't washed my hands. I hadn't used the restroom or anything either. So I don't think she didn't wash her hands. I hadn't washed my hands. So I know that it lasted probably about 3 hours. And in that 3 hour time span, for me, I felt that it's light enough, it's floral enough, it's light enough where you can wear this fragrance in the summer, because technically we talk about beast mode fragrances, but you don't really necessarily need a beast mode fragrance during the summer. You want something light to go with the light clothing that you're wearing. You don't want something that's sticky and cloying on your skin. So that's where I go with this. Now, after I sniffed it, I felt that if I were to spray it on my uniform, then I think, in my opinion, that it would get, because my uniform is not light material, it's a little thicker material. And I think that I would get more of a push with this fragrance. It would project more. I would get better sillage and whatnot. But if you were to spray it on like a light linen shirt, don't spray on silk, because silk, it'll stain your silk. But if you spray it on light linen clothing or cotton clothing, you'll find that it will dissipate a lot faster. If you spray it on slightly heavier clothing, like linen and rayon mix, or if you sprayed it on thicker cotton where the color could stand up, type of thicker cotton, I think that the fragrance will progress for more than, or project, and it will give you more of a sillage and all the other elements we look for when we talk about fragrances and whether or not we like a fragrance and how long it lasts and the performance and whatnot. I think you'll get it on that. But light clothing, specifically light thin linen, it will just permeate straight through. Okay. So let me see what some folks are saying in the chat. We've got 9 people in the house. Hey, LD. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. So Pat says that she got it yesterday and she's still trying to figure out how she feels about it. And I could understand where you're coming from with that. After I've had it on now for about 45 minutes only, and it's already beginning to fade away on my skin. And what I think I'm going to do is, I know that there's pistachio. It's pistache. It's a fragrance you can get, a fragrance body lotion you can get on Amazon, and it's what is this, like either $28 or $38 for that tub. But you can also mix it with other fragrances that has more vanilla-based fragrances. You could use the Bum Bum cream from Sol de Janeiro that will actually enhance the nuttiness of this fragrance. I think that would make a good blend with it. And then if you're looking for a fruity aspect, I would say try layering this with one of those type of pumpkin-like fragrances, pumpkin latte type fragrances that Bed Bath and Beyond, Bath and Body Works has. And I think I had one up here. Yep, I know I brought it up here. So this one I have is marshmallow, because this fragrance, Kayali's pistachio fragrance, Young Pistachio Gelato 33, is supposed to have sort of a fluffy vibe to it. So if you use marshmallow based or marshmallow type fragranced body lotions or sprays, I think you will get a good, to me, it's a good layering combination, as well as, to be honest with you, as well as giving a good projection, because then the fragrance is going to stick even more. And I'm going to just try it here real quick for you guys. This smells so good. I love this stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I did not buy the 100 ml of this. And so what I know, we talk about not rubbing fragrance in and stuff like that. But one of the things I do when I'm layering fragrances is I put the cream in my hand, I spray the cream in my hand, and I do like this, and then I rub my body down with the cream. Okay, that's kind of one way of layering. And then I put another layer of fragrance on top of it. So for those all intents and purposes, that's what we do. I put the cream on my hand and I'm rubbing the fragrance in, and it smells really, really pretty. And this is a totally different, this is marshmallow pumpkin latte. Is it? Marshmallow pumpkin latte by Bath and Body Works. But you can get other fragrances that has marshmallow. So what you do is you pull a couple of elements from Kayali fragrance, because it's got tons of ingredients, and then you just layer it with a cream or something that has that. Now this smells really nice on the skin. It's very pleasant. Okay. Now, again, I don't know if I'm going to go. I think I want a 1.7 bottle, but I'm not sure yet, because I got some of the fragrances that I purchased here that I want to go through with you. Hi, Angel. Thanks for joining. Let's see, did I miss any of the notes? Okay, no, I did not. All right, so the next fragrance, so we've talked enough about this fragrance. This is Kayali's new fragrance, which is Young Pistachio Gelato 33. Okay. All right. So the next fragrance I want to talk about, this is the new fragrance to me. And this, guys, some of you have this fragrance, but you have another version of it. Now, I didn't know it has some other versions. Okay. At least that's what I want to believe, because when I pulled it up on Fragrantica and on Base Notes, I noticed there were two other listings. And so this is Accident à la Vanille, Madame Le Proust, Proust. That's what it looks like. So if you've tried it, let me know in the comments if you've tried it. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much, Angel. I was trying to film, guys. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. So I've been kind of ill and whatnot, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I pulled my natural hair out. It's a little dry, but that's okay. No negative vibes, right? And then I was trying to do a makeup video, like a tutorial, and that was like driving me nuts. So I decided to just scrap that. I might put some reels up on that, but I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. It's, when you haven't done it for a while, it's kind of, it's a lot. It's a lot to film these YouTube videos. But so this is what this fragrance, now I love the bottle. What I found interesting, guys, this might be going for sale, because on my skin, there is something about this fragrance that cloys the crap out of me when I spray it. Like I sprayed it up here and I should not have. So the dry down is great, But I got this because Marcy talks about it. A lot of people talk about this fragrance. They talk about Accident à la Vanille, but they didn't talk about what's the name? Madeleine de Proust, Proust. So for me, it's just kind of great, kind of. I find that I prefer Escapade Gourmand. I prefer Vanilla 28. I prefer other vanillas more so than this one. And so this might be going in this for sale pile. You know, have any of you tried it yet? No one's tried it? Let me see the notes on that. I can pull it up real quick. So there are two. There's Accident à la Vanille, and then there's Accident à la Vanille Madeleine de Proust, and then there's Accident à la Vanille Almond. There's three. Cake. So that's also limited. The almond cake one is probably the one I was hoping that this was, but it wasn't. So this one is sweet, it's fruity, it's like tonic, it's powdery, it's all of that. But for me, there is something about the butter in this. If you bake cake from scratch and you know when you're melting the butter and stuff like that, I felt like this had a bit too much butter for me. I like biscuits, so I know it's not the biscuits. So maybe it's the blend of the apricot, because apricot is sort of tart. Maybe it's the blend of the apricot that's kind of getting to me. I already put something there. I don't want to put it on my skin because I know I put it on my skin the last time and I wasn't very happy. I wasn't very happy with that. So let's just spray a little bit here. It smells beautiful, like really beautiful on the card, but on my skin, for some reason, like jumping right out the box, out the bottle, it's nice. It's just on my skin, it does something. I could smell the biscuits, and to be honest with you, the notes are quite pronounced. I could smell the biscuit. Yeah, I can smell the biscuit and I like it. I think it's the butter. There's quite a bit of butter in this, and I don't have a lot of fragrances with butter in it. So maybe that's perhaps why this is, yeah. So you have a 5 ml of Madeline. It's all right. Okay. So that's what this one. Yeah, I prefer, it's nice, but again, this may be leaving my collection because I have other vanillas I prefer. Okay. So I talked to you guys about, someone mentioned, I think it was my girl, Wonderfully Made, mentioned, yes, Mike, it's a pretty bottle. It is a pretty bottle. So back on the cream hustle, guys. I told y'all I had this and I had not opened it because when Amanda bought it, she showed after the second wear that it had the cap broke. And Amanda's not the only person. I think quite a few people, and even when I went back to Neiman Marcus, child, the cap on theirs was also cracked. So this, for those of you who like ASMR. Oh gosh. This is Delina's body cream. And it's a gorgeous container. Let's see. Gorgeous jar. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I am trying to figure out a way to how I'm going to actually start storing these, because I want to store them near the fragrances, but I have so many, like Chanel, I have so many Chanels, and put in the fragrance, I got to come upstairs, blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to really get my organization game on point. I mentioned AI a lot, primarily because she has like an ideal setup, but I don't have the room or the space or the items. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. This is a beautiful rose. This reminds me of Victoria's Secret's rose fragrance, but cream. And when I think I'll do a comparison with that and see how it works out before I do a reel and post it. But I love this. It's a gorgeous rose body cream. And if you have rose oil, If you have, my opinion, Kama Sutra is like top notch. That's my bae, right? But in my opinion, this is one of the, I smelled it in store, so I knew it was going to smell good. But I love the presentation. But this, guys, it ain't glass. This is almost $100, and this is not glass. Okay. It is hard plastic, and it doesn't even feel like heavy. So I can't tell you it's hard plastic. It's just plastic. So that's Delina. I wish Parfum Somali had done a little better job in the packaging with this. Okay. So that's my other item that I purchased. I'm going to put it back in the box. And I didn't close it too tight because I'm scared to break the cap. Okay. Let's see here. You want the lotion. It's nice. It's nice. But is it worth $100 for the packaging? If you're thinking about packaging, no. If you don't worry about the packaging, yes. Okay. So next I just did today, I did a reel showing you guys, what was it I showed y'all? Today's reel was on a Wilhelm's Poets of Berlin. And I have another item that I purchased from Neiman Marcus, and this is Wilhelm's Mango Skin. I was going back and forth. I wanted to actually buy Poets of Berlin in this size, but it was not available. And so I ended up buying the 1.7 ounce. So yeah, I might just decant some of that because I like it. I don't know if it's a love for me, the Poets of Berlin, but I do like it quite a bit. It's a beautiful blueberry scent, and I've already layered it with blueberry pancakes by Bath and Body Works, and it's a really nice layering combination on me anyways. So this is Poets of Berlin. I'm sorry. This is Mango Skin. This is Wilhelm. Okay, and I do have a link in my I do have a link for these folks if you're looking to purchase. It's not a discounted link, it's just a link, an affiliate link for Wilhelm Perfumery. So let's just open this up. Man, I love the packaging on this. I like the sturdiness. I just absolutely love the sturdiness of the board. I like the very modern. It has like modern lines and stuff like that. Ooh, hold on now. See, oops, let me show you. Can you see? There you go. There are those ridges I talk about. I really like that. It's very modern. And so this is what it looks like. So it's a great presentation. So if you know that somebody likes these fragrances, you don't necessarily have to buy the big bottle. The smaller bottles are $95, I want to say it was. The bigger 1.7 was $150. If you're buying it in Europe, it's 150 pounds. So you get a little discount. And you can purchase it from Lucky Scent and get a discount as well. You can use Abby's code. I think you get a discount if you use Abby's code. I don't have a Lucky Scent affiliate code yet. Nor do I have a Twisted Lily. So I think Twisted Lily also carries these. But my opinion is that for now, you could use my link to get there. Maybe they'll give me 10% after you guys, hey, Pam is like talking about your stuff. Anyways, this is what it looks like. I like the presentation. I think it's a great gift size. To me, buying big bottles of perfumes for folks that have never tried stuff is not a great idea. Plus, this is the perfect travel size. This is glass, and it has the magnetic cap as well. See? Okay. And look at that. Gorgeous presentation. I love this bottle. It's so comfortable in the hand, nice and cool and sturdy. So Mango Skin is very pretty. It's a sweet fragrance. I like sweet fragrances. I like what I like. I've tried other brands and other fragrances and stuff, and I've decided that I am not going to spend my hard-earned cash to purchase items I do not like. If I get samples, I'll review samples for other things, but for the most part, I'm not going to spend money on something I'm not going to wear. Just not going to do it. You need to get Skin Potion also. Oh, yes, yes. And your monies. I love Skin Potion. I love it. Oh my God, I love that house. I love that brand. I like all his stuff. Yep. You will love it. Pat, you will love it. I promise you, you would love it. So mango skin is actually a fragrance that a lot of people who like Wilhelm fragrances they've talked about before. So it's not a new fragrance, it's just new to my collection. And this is a very fruity floral fragrance. And the reason why it's called mango skin is because it's got mango in the top notes and then it has blueberry. I'm sorry, blackberry, black pepper, so it's a little spicy, orris, lotus, jasmine, vanilla patchouli, and icing, like pink icing. Yep. So I'll tell you right now, the mango smells, okay, so if you grew up in the Caribbean, you know there are different kinds of mangoes, okay? So you have what you call in Trinidad, we have these small ones called doodles mangoes, and then we also have long mango, which are a little longer. We have Julie mango. There's not just one mango, there's all kind of mangoes, and then depending upon where you grew up, like the Philippines, Hawaii, these places, it all depends on where you're from. This one here smells very pretty. So the mango, when they say fruity floral, they should have just said mango floral. I don't smell so much the blackberry until it dries down just a hint, and that's when that berry pops up. The berry is not like pow in your face. Initially, when the opening, you are going to get mango. So if you would love fragrance with mango in it, my recommendation is to pick this up or at least go to the Neiman's Marcus counter, or you can reach out to Lucky Scent or Twisted Lily and get decants or samples. Yep, this is really nice. I see myself wearing this during the summer a lot. Okay, so I might need a bigger bottle. So let me know if you guys have tried mango skin. If you have not, or you're contemplating trying Wilhelm, they have quite a bit of them on Neiman Marcus. You can smell there's like a lot. They've got a lot, over 10 fragrances in their lineup. Yes, Kama Sutra oil is perfect with many, many fragrances. It's almost a staple in my collection, to be honest with you, meaning that I layer it with pretty much almost everything. Let's see here how mango works on your skin. For me, I like it. It doesn't turn, it doesn't smell. And as it develops, as the mango skin develops, it smells prettier and prettier and prettier. On me, that's what I get. Okay, so you enjoy. Now, LD, do you layer those two together, Poets of Berlin and Mango Skin? Do you layer those two together, or is it just you like both fragrances? Talking with my hand. Teresa says, I love Poets of Berlin. Okay. Yeah, me too. I like it a lot. I don't know if I love it yet because I haven't worn it for a long period of time. I had a sample around here. Yeah, here it is. I had gotten a sample, and to me, when you buy the samples, it's a decent size. Look at that, right? It's a decent size. I would say about 2 mils. Yeah, about 2 mils. So I do like it. So now I have 3. I have Dear Polly, Poets of Berlin, and Mango Skin. And there are a couple more that I'm looking at getting, but I haven't tested them long enough. I just know that Mango Skin and Poets of Berlin were the 2 that I walked around the store, walked around the store. I went around that kind of like 4 or 5 times and came back and I picked those up. Yes, Polly. I have that one too. And no, I sampled it. The one to my father, I sampled that one. So I actually layer Poets of Berlin and Bath and Body Berlin. Yes, that's a great layering combination. Yes, you did. Okay, so let's see here. So that's those 2. The next one I want to talk about is one that everyone already has. But I'm just getting into it. And I bought this. I don't think I really needed to buy it, but I bought it anyways. And this is Burberry Herr. I walked by the stand and sprayed it on my skin, and I was like, whoa, I like this. And it wasn't like a second guessing or anything like that. This is what the box looks like. I was actually looking, it's discontinued now, I believe. the intense version. It's discontinued because I can't find it. So I found this one, and I really, 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 when I sprayed it on my skin, I felt that this would be a great fragrance for this time of the year, for spring and summer. Now, Burberry Herr is, of course, created by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. So Francis Kurkdjian, I mean, he has a lot of fragrances that he created, and a lot of people like and don't like a lot of things that he created. But in my opinion, this is one of the better ones. Now, I don't know what took me so long to try this. I think I have an aversion to Burberry fragrances because I bought so many Burberry fragrances that I tried when I was shopping a lot at TJ Maxx, and I was disappointed in some of them. Some of them worked really well, but it wasn't wowing me enough for me to hold them into my collection. So that's kind of why I picked this one up, because I sniffed it and I sniffed it and I sniffed it and I went back and I got it. Girl, that mango skin it's hitting. It's hitting. It's hitting. And that pistachio is fading away fast. This one here, I was surprised. I was surprised that I like it as much as I did, because I also have the elixir. And this smells similar to the elixir, except this does not give me that synthetic. Initially, the elixir on my skin, as soon as I hit on it, I get that strawberry, which I really, really, really enjoy. But what happens is it gets a little synthetic-y, and I have to wait for that to kind of dry down. And so how I get past that is I take the elixir and I mix it with Strawberry Shortcake by Bath and Body Works, or I mix it with one of those champagne type fragrances by Bath and Body Works. But for me, Burberry Herr, first thing I thought about is this would be perfect for spring and summer because of the fruitiness and the florals, but this would be a beautiful wedding scent. Yes, it would be a beautiful wedding scent because it's not too sticky. It's not too heavy. The strawberry in here is nice and balanced. It's not going to make you anosmic. You're not going to go dead with it because, like I said, my nose was still sniffing this. And I'm talking about an hour later, I'm driving home and I'm still smelling it on my wrist as I'm like turning the steering wheel and whatnot. So my recommendation is to get your nose on this. If you have an aversion to the Burberry Herr elixir, or even if you like the Burberry Herr elixir, it might get a little more punch. And I mean, on me, it doesn't last as long. I know a lot of people say it lasts as long. My mom, I gifted it to her, and I gifted one to her, the elixir, and she really likes it. But this one, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And it's light. It's not too heavy. It's not too cloying. And that's why I said it will make a great summer scent, because it has some longevity to it, but it's not heavy, bold, projectile, beast in your face type of fragrance. Okay. That's this. Yeah. This is the Burberry Herr, the OG. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's the other one. Let's see what else Pam got. I'm looking to make sure that I don't miss anything else. Oh, here we go. So I also picked this up. I filmed an unboxing yesterday. That's why the wrapper is off of it. But I also picked this up, and I have to blame Keitra. Fab Finds by Keitra. I'm going to blame her for this, because the first time I heard about this fragrance was from her in 2020. Yeah, 2020. I heard about Aventus for Her from her videos. And then after she started doing them, I remember, I want to say, was it Sheree that did, she had like a sample or something. She talked about it. But for me, I got the dossier version of this, and I liked the dossier version. I didn't love it. I liked it. Then I went into the store and I sprayed the original version, and I really enjoyed it. Came back, sprayed the dossier version, and recognized that I didn't just like it, I loved it, but I preferred the original Creed version. Now this is, to me, it says Aventus for Her, but I think that a guy can wear this as well. If you are a gentleman that just wants something a little more floral to it, a little more lighter, a little more flirtier, you can pull this one off as well. Y'all, that Burberry is nice. She said, I just can't get down with this Creed. Well, I thought I couldn't either. That vanilla fragrance is really, really good. It's smelling really good now. Okay, so this is floral and it's spicy. Right off the top, I get spiciness, but more like a black pepper spice as opposed to a ginger spice. So let's see what it says the notes are real quick. So we went from sweet and floral and fruity to it doesn't have a great review here on Fragrantica. So it does have pink pepper at the top, apple bergamot. I smell all of that, lemon patchouli, middle notes of musk, rose, and sandalwood. But it has more of a citrus vibe, which is what I am getting. I don't mind it one bit. I actually really like it. I wore it yesterday for about 4 or 5 hours. I sprayed it on my arm, wore it about 4 or 5 hours before I noticed that there was a slight fading to it. And then I woke up this morning and I was still smelling it on my arm. So I went ahead and picked it up. Let me know if you guys have tried Aventus for Her, what your thoughts are on it. There are two more Aventuses that I am thinking of picking up. I love Love in White and Love in Black, but I bought those, finished those 2 or 3 times. I've had like at least 3 bottles of each. So I'm kind of moving on from those. I do like Fiorentina. I have a reel that I just created. I have that one and I'm really liking that one when I smelled it, but I didn't have a sample, so I couldn't tell you how well it's going to perform on my skin. But this one I actually really like. Now, again, I will say that the dossier version is very close to the original version, but I prefer the Aventus because the dossier version did not last long on my skin. So let me know what your thoughts are. What I sprayed so far on my skin, everything is combining together, and now the Kayali fragrance is fading away, but it's still kind of present. She's still kind of, hey girl, I'm around, hey bestie, I'm still here. I know you love me because you love pistachio. She's still there. But what I'm also getting is that Burberry on my hand mixed a little bit with that mango skin. I'm actually really, really enjoying that. So yeah, what I don't smell, I really don't, is the patchouli. This is giving me beautiful peach. And you know what? Let me mix these two together and I'll tell you, I am going to mix these two together, which is the Accidental Love, because this has very little citrus. So I'm going to mix this one because of the butter in it and see how it goes well with the Aventus for Her. Y'all know I like to play around with stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play around. I got one more for perfume. We're almost out of time. I'm trying to keep my lives really short. And we'll let this settle for a while and I'll tell y'all how that worked together. If not, y'all going to see me jumping up and going and scrubbing my arms. Because I can't deal with something that's crazy not smelling good on my skin. Let's see here. Yes, you have the Al Harmon, which I heard was a dupe. I really like, but I never smell Aventus for Her to compare. You know what, Angel? Okay, that's a no. That butter on that fragrance is just not it. Not it at all. Scrubbing it off. That butter fragrance is not it. I'm going to have to let that go. And spray some of that cream. Now I am going to try and pick up the Laventure, the one you're talking about here. I'm gonna try and pick that up, which is the I want to say Amanda says it's a good dupe for it. I don't think she has the original. I really like it. I really love the cream, to be honest with you. And the presentation is gorgeous. So let's see. Yes, Love in White, I love. I bought a bottle for myself, then I started dating my husband. He bought me 2 bottles. Love in Black, same thing. I used them up. Okay. I did. I used them up. I love those fragrances. And I've been layering perfumes for ages. And I just I don't know why. I just kind of like it. Now I can wear one perfume, but I tend to like just play around with stuff. So I'll walk out the door, I'll spray one perfume, and then I'll turn around and I'll see something sitting there, and I'll just spray a little on my wrist or something. And that's just kind of what happens. And next thing you know, I'm smelling beautiful, and people ask me what I'm wearing, and I'll say, I'm wearing a little of this, I'm wearing a little of that. Okay. So I got one more perfume. Abby talking on the other side. Okay, the Laventure. Okay. Yeah. So I have one more Abby was talking a lot about the Adventure, which is the dupe fragrance, the Al Harman dupe. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. Was she talking about that one? Okay. All right. So let's see. Angel is saying, I always get compliments when you wear it. Okay. A blind buy. Okay. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you to buy the original. What I'm saying is, if the original smells like the dupe, because I think I'm going to order the dupe. I don't really buy dupes like that, but I know that people want something that's a little more affordable, right? So I totally get that. But I would say get a decant of the original, like a 5 ml decant. You can get that for like 20 bucks. I'm sorry, 20 bucks or less. And then compare and then see if you want the real deal or not. Because to be honest with you, a lot of those dupes sometimes smell much better than the originals. I'm just saying, I know that for a fact, but I love niche fragrances. I like the quality and the creation and the creativity and all of that. But I also know that when it comes to marketing, not so much talking about design, but when it comes to marketing, niche fragrances are not produced to be mass marketed for everybody, because they're made differently. So, and the really good ones are normally duped. Hence the reason Leventure. So I am definitely, I don't go out to purchase dupes just to say you have this, because if I have the original, then what's the point in purchasing a dupe other than to do a video about it, Let's see, bought in 22 because of the pricing, but I plan to sample the original this year. As a matter of fact, I think you'll like it. Even when you walk in the store and you spray it and stuff, you let it sit in the dry down, guys. The dry down is where fragrances really flourish. We all do this. I do it, you do it, everybody does it, where we spray, we sniff, we spray, we sniff. We try not to do that. Try very hard. It's hard for me, so I know it's going to be hard for you too, to let it dry down for a little bit and then come back to the fragrance. Now, if you have a fragrance that you spray and initially you're like, to be honest with you, that's kind of when I sprayed this one, the Accidental Vanilla, I automatically liked it. And that automation, the vanilla, because that's what got to me initially. But then like that butter, too much butter. That's what I think is wrong with that fragrance. So this was a partial and it was almost full. So, we don't know how Pam might not be holding on to. As a matter of fact, it's going to be hard for me to wear, especially because I'm thinking about, Escapade Gourmand and stuff like that, which my Escapade Gourmand is almost done. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I completely understand. You buy what you want, how you want. It's your money, right? But if you're looking for a fragrance that smells like the original because you smell the original, that's kind of where I'm going with that. If so that's just how I feel about it. Buy a small, because if you have 50, if you don't buy a lot of fragrances and you have 50 decants of 5 mils, you are not going to use up all of those fragrances, especially if it's 50 fragrances that you really like. You're not going to use up them 5 mils that quickly, as quickly as you think. Now, if you love the fragrance and you do all of this, yes, you're going to use it up. But in my personal opinion, a regular person who has fragrances don't really have 50 bottles. They'll have maybe 10, 15. A regular schmegular person, even if they're a fragrance lover, they'll have 10, 15 fragrances. And when you start getting into the 30, maybe 20, But when you start getting up there 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, you're not going to be able to use up all that fragrance. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to be very careful about how you store it. If you don't store it correctly, all of that type of stuff. So you have to just be careful and be mindful of that. That's why I always tell people, buy decants, buy samples, buy decants, buy samples. I'm really stuck on that. Let's see here. All right. So the last one I have is by Mind Games. And this is a white gardenia fragrance. And this is called Keisha. I think that's how you pronounce it. There you go. I was like, oh, I'll just do unboxings on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, what I'll just do is probably just post this, parts of it, chop it up and post it in parts on Instagram. So I know that a lot of people have other fragrances by Mind Games, the more popular ones. This was selected by Nathan and my husband and my daughter. This was a gift. And I've had this since Christmas. And I am just opening it up. So I said I was going to open it for my birthday. And this is the presentation. Okay. And the fluid is green. The other one that I like has mango in it as well. That's one of the other ones that I really like. The bottle is gorgeous. I did a reel a couple of months ago showing you guys that the Mind Games bottle, they become undone at the top here. That's a fact. Let's see here. Tamala Mind Games, and it's really nice. Yes, it is beautiful. So I have a sample of it. Is this it? No, I think the sample, I gave it to somebody. But to be honest with you, I went back to the store, talked with the sales associate that I work with, a couple of them that I work with and stuff. And this piece right here is wood. So think about this here. When you are spraying fragrances, sometimes what happens is, did you see, if you look closely, you see how I call it a nib, but the atomizer, how low it is to the top. You see how the space that you have between the sprayer, okay, the button, the trigger, and the neck of the bottle. So when you are spraying, if you're an oversprayer like myself, my assumption, these are just assumptions, Pam's assumptions. My assumption is that what's going to happen is the fragrance oil is going to leak down in here. And that's probably what's causing the leakage in the bottles, because this is glued to the glass. And so that causes some movement, and then eventually it comes off. So you have to be careful about that. It's kind of the same thing. Remember I told you guys that my Kriegler bottles, the cap is plastic. And so what happens is when you spray Kriegler, the way that mister is made, it's made not to decant, to be honest with you. It comes out in a mist from the nozzle like that, sprays out. It doesn't squirt straight. It comes out in a very big wide span. They call a field of spray, a field of fire, if you will. And so Kriegler does that. So when you're trying to decant Krieglers, it makes an entire mess. So you're talking about how much, $60, $70 or more, hundreds of dollars you're wasting when you're trying to decant Krieglers, okay? This, I imagine, is probably going to be the same thing trying to decant these fragrances, because it's so, look at that. It's very short, the space between, see that? I'm doing it here on Facebook so you guys can see. Very short distance between the top of the, where you spray, the nib, the trigger, to the neck of the bottle. And then right below that, this is wood. Okay, and this is wood that's glued on. So this is a new fragrance company. It was launched in 2022. It came out, it's under the fragrance group, also Avant-Garde. So this is a fragrance house that's brand new. It's not somebody else from somebody else that, you know what I'm saying? It's brand new to the beat. So there are others that I like, such as Double Attack. I like the one with the mango in it. I like Casia. But I wanted something that they liked and they would like on me, and so they selected this one. So let's spray it on my arm. Dum dum dum. I'm gonna turn the nib so that it's at the back of the bottle, so it doesn't lean, like mess up the front of the bottle. And I don't know if you guys can see. It's beautiful. It's yummy, girl. It's yummy. This is really, really pretty. Really pretty. This is a white gardenia. This is a white floral. Beautifully done. And I mean beautifully done. This is the difference between a fragrance that you immediately like and a fragrance where you go, oh no, I'm kind of... If you start doing that with a perfume when you buy it, especially if you spend a lot of money for it, pack that sucker up and take it back if you can. Okay? 2023 is the year of not wasting any money. 2023 is a year, let me repeat, 2023 is the year that you are not going to be wasting any money. Stop feeling sorry. Stop feeling guilty. It's your money. You earned it. You don't like it. Take that sucker back and ask if you can return before you purchase. Okay? And if they're giving you a hard time, let me know so I can blast them on social media. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Oh gosh. Yes, Cheryl, it's a beautiful bottle. It's a beautiful bottle. Yeah, I don't believe in wasting money. This is gorgeous. Kasia. I'm sure I'm going to be corrected. Somebody's going to correct me on my pronunciation. But this gets a great rating. It has a black licorice at the top, cardamom, fougachette, and pink pepper. Middle notes are Egyptian jasmine, gardenia, Madagascar, ylang ylang. Base notes are musk, ambrosanide, and cacao. Now, ambrosanide, for those of you who don't know, that is a chemical composition. It's sort of like molecule one. It's a chemical composition. It's not a natural source of anything. It gives you musky, animalic type vibes. For those of you that are shopping for fragrance, if you're new to fragrance, all you have to do is Google whatever note the fragrance person or company or whatever says it is. You Google it and it'll tell you. It's nothing to hide. It's right out there for you. And so that's what ambrosanide, sounded like cyanide, but with ambro. Okay. So the cacao is in the base as well. And the black licorice at the top is not a cloying type of licorice. It is nice. It is sweet. And it's not, I don't even like to eat black licorice. I do not like eating black licorice. And I was surprised that I would like the smell of black licorice in this fragrance, but I do. I absolutely love this fragrance. Again, Mind Games is basically based off of the chess games, Mind Games. Chess is a mind game. And each head or each cover is a place on the chess mat or the chess board, right? And so on a chess board, you have the white side and the black side. All of them have queens, all of them have knights, all of them have kings, all of them have the different article of the game, the movers and shakers of the game. So it doesn't really matter if you're buying it in black. It doesn't mean that it's lighted, it's eau de parfum versus extrait. It doesn't mean any of that. Basically, it's just literally to go with the fragrance, okay? Have you guys, I know Teresa says she has a sample of it. Anybody else tried it? Good night. Mwah. Bye. Okay. All right, guys. So that is the last one that I have. It's 7:05. We've gone a little past our hour. If you have any questions for me, please go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I will try my best to off. That's my doggy. I'll try my best to answer I will try my best to answer as best as possible. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you like and thumbs up this video and share it. If you can share it in your stories, I would really appreciate it. That way people would know, hey, you know, there's this chick over here. She does videos. She's pretty good. She knows what she's talking about 90% of the times. And if you have any recommendations for me, what you would like to see from me, I would like to provide videos that is helpful. That is my key. I want to be helpful to you guys. I don't want to just be creating stuff just to create it. 10 of this and 10 of that. We've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, the jacket, the pants, the hoodie, the raincoat. We have all of that already. Top 10 of this and top 10 of that. Will I do those videos? Hell yeah, but I need to know top 10 of what you want to see, not top 10 of what I think you want to see, because I'm not the mind reader, you know? So, let's see. LD said good night. I'm just making sure I don't miss anything. Haven't tried any from the house. You can get some samples from Neiman Marcus's, who carries them. You can also purchase samples from So Avant-Garde. Again, I am not an affiliate yet. I'm not getting paid to say any of this stuff, anything I talked about here today. It's literally, honestly, these are things that I either sampled or sniffed, and I felt like I needed them in my collection, or I asked for them. What have you? Let me see. I'm sorry, I have to put my glasses on because I could barely see. Noir Rose or Frustration? No, I have not. So the Narciso Rodriguez, I think I tried the Noir at Dillard's. I think I tried it, but it wasn't like, I really like that. I want to buy that. I think I would prefer keep that money and put it towards Atelier Versace, because there are a couple of fragrances from that house that I am really looking at purchasing. They didn't have samples. I tried 3 of them and they didn't have samples for me to take with me. So I'm going to go back to the store and ask the sales associate I work with if she can make me some samples. But I'm literally thinking about picking up a couple of those fragrances. I know that Keitra has a couple of them and likes them. So Atelier Versace is what I'm looking at picking up. The vanilla I like, and the amber I really like. And then the fig, I'm not even a fig person, and I liked that one. So yeah. I find that if instead of spending $125, $165 on a designer fragrance, I would prefer spend that on a niche fragrance or on a house more specialized fragrance, such as like a Chanel or something to that effect. But that's kind of where I'm going with those. Yeah, that's, you know, my collection. So I still have tons of fragrances here still available. Some people selected fragrances and they didn't want them, or they changed their minds, which is perfectly fine. So I'm probably going to be doing a sale sometime this week or next week, do another live, and we'll go ahead and, you know, I need to get these fragrances out of here. I am trying to raise funds. Some of it is going to Christian's nonprofit, particular fragrances that were donated specifically for that. But some of them I'm just getting rid of fragrances that I'm not wearing, that is not serving any purpose in my collection. I have to let them go. That's just kind of the way I'm rolling this year. So if you are interested in anything that I have in my collection, or you saw and you're interested in it, please reach out to me by Instagram, by Messenger. You can reach out to me if you're on Facebook Messenger, and let me know. All right. Any other questions or comments? None? Okay, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know this was a whirlwind, but we're trying to do things in a lot more timely manner. And I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to like this video. And please don't forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed already, ask your friends to subscribe, because I'm trying to get a nice play button, and I'm trying to get my videos watched. They're not getting watched. That's why I don't do so many YouTube videos, is because I very rarely get any views on my YouTube videos. So what's the point in doing it if I'm not getting any views, right? So that's it doesn't make sense to show up to a party that nobody's there. So again, if you have any questions, I keep saying that because I know sometimes people have questions and they're just a little, shy on asking, but feel free. I have no problems answering questions. I don't take offense to things like that. I've got a thick skin. All right. Let's see here. All right. Thank you. Tom Ford was 40 to 50%. Oh, wait a minute. Now I hear sale. I see sale. Bought Tom Ford Salon shimmer oil. Trying to. Oh, I love it. I love it. You can layer it with the Soleil Blanc, and you can also layer it with smoky fragrances and vanilla fragrances. I'm gonna check that out and see if because I have the oil as well. Man, I haven't. I'm trying hard to stay away from the cosmetic. Trying hard to stay away from there. Yes, my dears. Thank you so much, Teresa. I surely will. Guys, please take care of yourself and each other. Again, thanks again for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.